We are live at the historic Sleepy Hollow Country Club in Sleepy Hollow, New York for the 2019 Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley Ball. My name is Ardo Cal. I will be your master of ceremonies for the pre-show. We are live streaming on makeawishhv.org. So much excitement, so much magnitude here at the Country Club, the historic, I should say it one more time, historic Sleepy Hollow Country Club. This could only befit the scene for this magnitude of a wish ball for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. We are giving the power of positivity, raising money for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley, the power of positivity and inspiration for those children battling life-threatening illnesses to get the wishes they want and hopefully lead a fantastic life. Many of those stories we will hear. Alumni are present. We also have some luminaries. We have some Broadway performers in the house. We got a lot going on at this wish ball, including silent auction items. We will see those a little bit later on. You are at home. Maybe you can't make it here tonight. You are watching here on the live stream, makeawishhv.org. On the same website, you'll be able to bid on some of those silent auction items or make a general donation if you are so inspired. For now, enjoy the show. The Director of Marketing and Volunteer Management for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley, also for tonight, my boss, Abraham Almanza. First of all, can I have a raise?
Yes, you can. Actually, the house is thrown in.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Very good. I mean, that's fair compensation, I would say. Actually, I love volunteering my time. We've worked together a lot at different events. This is my first wish ball for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. How important is this event for you?
It's extremely important. This is our largest fundraiser for the year, so everyone that's in the room tonight is really helping us transform lives one wish at a time.
How do people volunteer if anyone's inspired?
You can go to hudson.wish.org/volunteer, and you can find all the information right on our website.
On that website as well, you will find all of the silent auction items that you can bid on, and I will tell you that anyone who wants the bobbleheads that are there, this is your competition. If you haven't seen his collection, you have to see the collection. It's vast. It's a lot.
You got to come to the Wish House, and you can check it out yourself.
Yeah, you do.
300,000 wishes in the United States have been granted, and 100,000 wishes throughout the world.
It's so incredible, right, when you see the faces of those beautiful children and what everyone here, just by your presence, you're granting these wishes, and it's so special for me to be here every year.
After my wish, I could really see how many people their kindness went into putting a smile on my face. And so now, I want to help Make-A-Wish. I want to be able to put smiles on the other people's faces. So many people here did for me.
Here with Jillian Rusick, who is the volunteer coordinator for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. Busy person here tonight. How many volunteers are you coordinating here?
We have 37 volunteers tonight, helping out, doing everything.
Yeah. And volunteers are really the backbone of Make-A-Wish, any chapter, particularly here in Hudson Valley. What are some of the roles? If people watching this out there are inspired to become a volunteer with Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley, how could they volunteer?
There are a lot of different ways to volunteer. You could help in the office, you can become a speaker, you can become a wish granter.
One of them is to also organize Abe's bobbleheads because he's got so many at his desk.
Yes.
Yeah.
A full-time volunteer job.
It's full-time, 40 hours a week because it's absolutely necessary. But how do people become a volunteer? Where do they go? How do they sign up?
Go to our website, click the link, and you can start filling out an application right away.
I'll tell you that as a volunteer myself, going to events, seeing the smiles on people's faces, it's very inspiring, isn't it?
Absolutely. And we're going to have a lot of Wish Kids here tonight.
Yeah, we're going to hear a lot of great stories here at Wish Ball 2019. Here with Tom Conklin, who is the president and CEO of Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. You've been to a dozen of these balls. How has it grown over the years?
Well, it's grown in terms of the number of people that we're attending. Here we are at the Sleepy Hollow Country Club.
The legendary.
The legendary Sleepy Hollow Country Club, and probably the only time I get to go to Sleepy Hollow is when we do an event like this. But we're honoring Frank Wildhorn, one of the Broadway stars, the first composer that had 3 shows on Broadway at the same time. So his talent has helped us tell the message of Make-A-Wish. He brought some good entertainers tonight, so we hope to raise a lot of money, and we'll share a lot of wish stories so people understand what the mission is all about.
Just talk about, I mean, you've been president and CEO for over 12 years now. How has this chapter in particular grown?
It's grown now. We've added some staff, and right now we're working on 170 wishes. We've reached out to the kids in our community in Hudson Valley, and I've identified 170 kids who are eligible for wishes. So now we have those kids in the pipeline. We've got to raise the money and make those wishes come true.
Seeing this ball in particular get organized year over year, is there anything that you in particular look forward to?
Yeah, it's working with the team. We've got over 40 volunteers who will give up their time and talents to be with us tonight. And the spirit in the room, once they resonate with the mission, is terrific. And every year we bring the founders of Make-A-Wish to be part of it, so the historical connection is there. It started 39 years ago. And here we are 39 years later with 60 chapters in the United States, 55 international affiliates, and since that first wish, 450,000 wishes have been granted. It's quite a story.
Here's to 450,001 and 2 and many beyond.
Thank you so much, Roger. Good to see you.
Here with Sarah Rizzi, who is the manager of events for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley, which means she organized this whole thing, start to finish. Here she is, responsible for making this the fantastic night that it is. You must be exhausted.
A little, yeah, but you know what? It's all worth it. So,
Take us through the process, just start to finish. I know that you joined about midway, but like, how was it organizing this event?
coming in, I had to learn a lot. There was a huge learning curve, but I'm seeing it all come together, and I'm very proud of it. So, it's great.
You mentioned you're proud. What are you most proud of when you see all of this unfold tonight?
I'm really proud of seeing just the whole vision come together, seeing so many great people here for a very good cause, and we need all of you to donate and to bid on those silent auction items, and show your support for Make-A-Wish tonight. So.
And you can do that at makeawishhv.org. I know that after all the planning here, you're going to have a fantastic sleep tonight, right? It's just going to be all done. You're going to be like for like 3 days straight, right?
Yes, I can't wait.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Here with Mike Bennett, our esteemed host. Co-host.
Darlene's listening.
Darlene is listening, so we got to say co-host. We can't demean anything.
No, she does all the heavy lifting, by the way.
Right,
I
yeah.
barely show up. This is the most work I'm going to do all night.
Just standing here for this interview.
Yeah, really. So the Make-A-Wish ball is always so much fun. When you pull up in the parking lot at 5 o'clock and you can hear Konstantin Maroulis rehearsing his songs tonight, that's a pretty cool start to your night.
You must enjoy doing this. I mean, this is, how many years have you been hosting this event?
I have lost track. But to be honest with you, when I heard that Darlene was hosting, I said, well, can I get in on that action?
Of course, of course.
She's the best person ever. Started out in radio, but now is a big TV star.
Yeah, shout out to Darlene. She's terrific. She's here co-hosting with you. I mean, just for you personally, Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley, I've seen you at other events as well. What does this charity mean to you?
Well, I'll tell you, after meeting some of the parents of kids that either have been through the program or been through the program and are no longer with us, that's enough. If you're a dad like I am, I heard some stories that just knocked my socks off, and I said, this is an organization I can get behind.
Yeah. So last question for you. I've been in the industry a couple of years, but now that I have you, captive audience here, give me some advice. How do I make it in the biz?
Well, first you got to start dressing better. I mean, seriously. Is this hot in Canada, this outfit?
I don't know.
No, actually, you look great. You're spiffy. I know you have like 75,000 followers on Twitter.
All of them bought.
They're all robots, but still.
They're all robots, that's
But
right.
the number is impressive. And I know you normally do sports. This is like a sporting event tonight. We're going to see who the MVP is for the most money donated in one night.
That's right, and you can go to makeawishhv.org to be that MVP.
There you go.
Here with Claire Sherrock, who is the Community Outreach Coordinator for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. This has been a terrific event, Wish Ball 2019, but we do have 2 events coming up this summer as well.
Yes, we do. This summer in July, we have 2 big fundraisers for Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. The first is a golf tournament, and the second is a charity softball game, both held in Westchester County.
You can get more information on the website, makeawishhv.org. Looking forward to both of them. The golf tournament, I'm not much of a golfer, but softball, I want to be a part of that when I want to play. So you can just put me on a team or what?
I don't know about that. Yeah, you may have to try out for the team. Yeah.
Does everyone try out?
No, just you. Yeah, we just got to make sure that you're good to go.
More inspiring stories from Make-A-Wish Ball 2019 here at Hudson Valley. Kira is to my right. Very cool wish. You wish to meet Billy Joel. It happened last year. You're going to talk all about it on stage, so we're not going to give it away here how the day unfolded, but why did you specifically wish to meet Billy Joel?
I've been a big Billy Joel fan for a long time, and his music has always been an important part of my life, but especially became an important part of my life when during hard times, and something that I turned to for solace and for inspiration when I was going through things. So to be able to then meet him in person and thank him for that through Make-A-Wish was a really, really special experience.
So just as a teaser, it wasn't just a meeting for a few minutes. This was a whole day thing, and you're going to talk all about it on stage.
It was, Make-A-Wish set it up so I stayed overnight in a hotel in New York City, and they set it up. They had like balloons in the room that spelled out my name, and they like put my favorite candies in the room. They really set it up nicely, and then I got to go to the concert and meet him beforehand, and it was a long meeting. It was like half an hour that I got to talk to him and ask him all about his music and his writing process, and then got to watch the concert. So it was an experience.
That's so cool. What's your favorite Billy Joel song?
Oh, that's so hard. I'm going to talk about this a little bit in my speech, but
So why don't let's not say it then, because
Okay.
you're going to say it in the speech. So there's your teaser for you. You're going to find out a little bit later on. Inspiring as always, and if you are inspired, feel free to donate, makeawishhv.org. Here with Denise D'Amico, who is the Vice President of Program Services and Operations with Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley. You've had an illustrious career with this chapter. You've seen it all. You are the heart and soul of this chapter. I'm saying that. I am 100% saying that. But this Wish Ball, you've been to all of them. I mean, just to see this grow over the years, give us your thoughts.
I have. I've been here for almost 21 years. I started in June 1998, and I had the honor of actually granting Abe Almanza's wish. I worked on his wish, and I think we've done the Wish Ball for 16 years, and I've seen it evolve throughout the years. It's really changed, and we're just so grateful for our donors who help make wishes come true and have the opportunity tonight to give back and grant wishes.
And those watching can go to makeawishhv.org to donate. Just talk about, year over year, you hear a lot of news stories, you see a lot of Wish kids. How inspiring is that every year?
They amaze me every day. I feel honored and privileged to work with Wish kids. They're wise beyond their years. We just had a child who wants to remain anonymous, but she wanted to give back to Memorial Sloan Kettering, so she's making a donation to that hospital in her honor. And she was just talking about she had cancer twice, and she wanted to give back in some way. And she thinks by giving back so that we can do more research on treatment, that we can win, is what her motto was. So people or kids like that are who inspire us every day to work hard and grant wishes and raise money to grant wishes. So we're just happy to be here tonight, and we're really excited for all our donors and our families, and just a privilege to be here.
I will say inspiration is one of the big reasons I love to continue to volunteer, and people like yourself, Denise.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
39 years ago, Chris Gracious's wish to be a police officer kicked off thousands upon thousands of wish grants across the country. And now we are here with Chris's mother, Linda. What a terrific, thanks for being here, first of all. It's terrific that you're here. Yeah, it's an honor to be interviewing you and talking with you because, like I said, your son's wish started it all. Just take me back 39 years ago when your son was determining this particular wish, when there wasn't even a Make-A-Wish, when it was just a thought.
Exactly. There was no Make-A-Wish. He became our inspiration for starting Make-A-Wish. Once DPS granted his wish, and I saw how happy he was, and just a normal little boy, not sick with leukemia and nosebleeds and, you know, not wanting to jump and play. He, boom, was normal. He just ate up these guys. He just loved them. He actually took flying leaps up into their arms. After he had passed away 3 days later, we kind of all got together and said, you know what, there's more children out there. Let's go find them. And I've seen them in the hospitals, talked to doctors, seen them in the offices, and yes, to be able to give what Chris and I received from the community, to be able to give that back to another parent. Yes, let's do it. You know, let's just go for it. Yeah, and so we did. We incorporated, did all the paperwork and all that good stuff to get straight with the IRS, and we got together and we emptied our pockets, our wallets, and came up with $37.76, and that's what we opened the Make-A-Wish bank account in. So today, 39 years later, we have 450,000 children around the world, 60 chapters in 50 countries, and it is just marvelous to see the goodness of people, and by God's grace, it's still going.
And it started with your son's wish. Just take me through, decades later, hundreds of thousands of children's wishes granted, and we're here at a wish ball. We couldn't have even fathomed something like this 40 years later, but here we are.
Here we are. Here we are. We never dreamed that it would grow this big, this fast. We were happy if we could help a few more children in the area, and we did bake sales, car washes, all that, you know, good stuff. But, and again, by the grace of God, we're here.
And I have to say, you know, on behalf of everybody watching this right now and people in this room, I mean, Make-A-Wish is my personal charity of choice to support, and I know that I don't share this sentiment exactly. So on behalf of everybody, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you I'm honored to be here with all of you and to cheer everybody on and say, you know what, we can do this. We really can. You just dig deep into your pockets a little bit and let's make another wish come true.
Go to makeawishhv.org to make that happen. Some more action behind the scenes here at Wish Ball. We're recording this afternoon. You can see the volunteers are getting their final instructions. They play a pivotal part in making sure that Wish Ball 2019 goes off without a hitch. Without them, we cannot put on this event, so let's show them some love. Thank you for being here. Fist pumps all around everybody. Our wonderful volunteers are here for two reasons only. Sorry, I'm just going to give some fist bumps to our wonderful volunteers here. Now remember, volunteers, there are two reasons we are here: for tears and for money. Just kidding. Positivity and inspiration. That's what we're here for, right? Make-A-Wish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Make-A-Wish! Here with Ken Mahoney, who's been a board member with Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley since 2001. Long time, yeah. Well, so that means you've seen a lot of these wish balls. What's it like being here in 2019 and seeing this ball grow over the years?
It's amazing to see the support and the love that keeps coming out. Every year we keep on saying, okay, that's the high water mark. How's it going to get better than that? and somehow it gets better than that. So it is incredible to see the growth and maturation of the gala over the years.
So tell us the life of a board member. When you are on a board of a charity like Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley, what does that entail?
Well, I think for this particular board, we all into the mission, we're all in. And whatever we have to do, roll our sleeves up, if we do a walkathon, if a wish comes up that we can help support, we go to our database and try and make it happen. So this is a unique board that, this is not like you're on a board, sitting on a board, you're acting, you're being very active and trying to make these wishes come true. And whatever personal database you have to make it happen, you're going to go for it.
That's 18, 19 years that you have served on this particular board. Why keep coming back?
I just love it. I mean, this is almost like an extended family to me and to others. I mean, for those wish kids who've gone through a lot and their parents who've had those wishes, they keep coming back to the gala. Why? It's like an extended family. And there's be a lot of hugs tonight, be a lot of tears of happy and sadness, but it's almost like an extended family now because, like I said, Make-A-Wish really is like a family once you go through the whole process, and a great support group for those families as well.
Last question, for those out there who are still on the fence, either volunteering or wanting to donate, what would you say to them?
Oh, come on, you're going to love it. You're going to love the people. Everybody that's involved in Make-A-Wish, I have to tell you, they're really into it. They're all in. And once you get it, it's contagious, and you're going to want to come join us.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for your time.
Take care.
So we've been teasing the silent auction all stream long. And finally, we're going to show you a couple of items. Remember, you can bid on them. MakeAWishHV.org, find the link there. These two items in particular, you can bid on them, and any other item. Let's take a look, though. Look at this right here. We got a beautiful, absolutely beautiful double Magnum Cab Reserve. Not available, though. It's already half empty. I'm sorry. It's mine. It's actually very heavy. My goodness, I can do some exercises with this. You know, some wine raises, something like that. But here's one. Is this big enough for you? I hope so. Look at this, though. This is a terrific item right here. Look at these shoes. Adidas. Custom made. Once in a lifetime opportunity here. Let me tell you the story. In 2016, Wish kid Tunav had his wish granted to design his own sneaker. Now, 3 years later, Tunav is back to pay it forward. In partnership with Adidas and Pensole Academy, the BDA, that stands for Before, During, After Cancer, sneakers are now available in a limited release. Don't miss out on the opportunity to bid on these one-of-a-kind, made-to-order sneakers today. The starting bid is $1,000. These are absolutely beautiful. Look at them. Look at the colors, look at the shape. Start to finish, Tunav created it from mind to reality. And they're very comfortable too. You know they're very comfortable. These items and so much more, MakeAWishHV.org. You can bid on whatever you want. 39 years ago, these two individuals helped grant the very first wish that inspired Make-A-Wish as an organization. Tommy and Kay Austin. Take us back. 39 years ago, Chris Grecius wanted to be a police officer. How did it all happen?
It did. It actually was Tommy who arranged for everything. He talked to Chris about it ahead of time. My part was, Lynn was my friend, Linda Pauling. And we wanted to provide something to give that family some relief. So he was the inspiration.
So how did it happen? Take us through it.
Well, you know, as an officer, we've seen officers get shot in the arm and they died, and I don't know why, except I guess when we play cops and robbers, when we're a little kid, you get shot, you're supposed to die. Right on the other hand, we've seen officers get shot through the heart. Danny Cunningham out of HPD in Houston got shot in the left eye. He survived. The will to survive is what the mind will not let the body die when we've got a goal in mind to reach. And we see it in the old folks, maybe an anniversary, a granddaughter getting married, something like that. And so I knew that if we gave him a reason to live, that it would, it's kind of hard to talk about it sometimes.
Of course. Even so many years later to talk about it, yeah.
Years later, yeah. But I knew that if we give him a reason to fight this thing called leukemia, that it'd give him a reason to fight. And we decided we were going to give him a helicopter ride in a Smokey Bear hat, and if we would have known the day that we were on surveillance out in the desert, if we'd have known then what we know now, we'd have gone right out and put it together. But I think God has His own timetable and His own method. And so we waited. We decided we'd wait until right at the last to give him courage to fight. And his mom called me on Tuesday, April the 23rd, 1980, and said, Chris is in the hospital. They've given him platelets, and they don't think he's going to live through the night, and he wants to come see you. And I said, I'll be right there. And she said, no, I'm going home. She said, and I said, I'll meet you there. And she said, no, he wants to come see you. And about 30 minutes later, they came, and I had to go outside and get him. And dear God, he was so pale. He was gray, and his teeth were chattering, his hands were shaking. He couldn't walk, he couldn't talk. And I took him in the house and put him on our couch, and I'd made a bus the week before, and I had pictures of bad guys kneeling out beside the airplane, dope stacked out beside him, and that helped him. And he stayed with us about an hour and a half. And then he went home, and I called my friend Ron Cox, and I said, Ron, Chris really sick. It's time we get that Smokey Bear hat. And Ron had been in narcotics about 10 years and had moved a couple of times. Found the Smokey Bear, but it was all crushed up, so we couldn't give him that. So he went to Alan Smith, the public relations officer for Arizona Department of Public Safety, and told him what we wanted to do, and they went to see the director. And the director had only been the director since the first day of March.
Wow.
And here it is,
For him
7
to be able
weeks.
to organize that is just remarkable, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Let me ask you this, like now this is a terrific story. Everybody here now knows the story of Chris Gracious, the first wish that basically inspired Make-A-Wish as an organization. But here we are 39 years later. You are here in Hudson Valley, one of the many chapters of Make-A-Wish. What does it mean to you to see that hundreds of thousands of children have now been granted wishes?
Well, it's awe-inspiring to know that many people have had that much effect on these children. That is not something that usually draws people. And so they've just embraced these children and their families and made sure that sometimes, in some cases, their last few weeks, their last few months, or even their last few years are memories that they've made that they will never, ever forget.
And for you, sir?
And, you know, Make-A-Wish is an agency of hope. We take a family, we take the whole family out of a really serious situation, away from the white jackets and the shots and the chemo and the radiation and the smell of the hospital, and we take them away from there. And Dad doesn't have to go to work. Mom doesn't have to drive the sisters and brothers to school, and then they get to spend time as a family. And that really bonds these families together, and it has just made all the difference in so many of these people's lives. And invariably, they will tell you this was the best thing that could have happened to us at the time. And for that, for no other reason, it makes it all worthwhile.
But never did we dream that it would be what it is today. Never.
Well, it's certainly supported by events like this. We thank you very much for joining us here on the pre-show. But now the main festivities will begin. I'll let both of you go and enjoy the festivities. And thank you for being a part of the very first wish with Chris Gracious. And hopefully after this Wish Ball in 2019, we will grant the wishes of so many more. Enjoy the show. Our honoree this evening here at Wish Ball 2019 Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley is Frank Wildhorn. You know him from Broadway, writer, producer, composer. He has done it all, and he is here being honored tonight. What does that feel like, being honored at an event like this?
It's too much. You know, I've been part of this for a while. It's my honor to be part of this. It's all about the kids and what we can do. And all through the years, whether they're sports guys or people from my industry, I've seen people reach out time and time again. So whatever little I can do, I'm going to do, and I'll keep doing it. You know, and I think tonight was a great example of a lot of people from my business coming together and supporting us. It's been a wonderful night.
Safe to say you're a sports guy with the Cowboys hat on?
Well, I don't even know what I am without it. So it's been part of me forever.
What does Make-A-Wish mean to you?
Hope. You know, and you know, I've been very lucky with my music around the world. You know, I meet so many people, and I know how music can heal, and music makes memories that people hang on to, and that's a powerful thing. So if I can combine music with helping a cause I love so much, that's a good thing.
You know, you're honored here tonight, but you have been involved in the past with Make-A-Wish, whether it's granting wishes or just being involved in general. What does that mean to you, and how important is it for you to have that kind of role with Make-A-Wish?
It's always, can I do one more? You know, whatever we raise, can we raise some more? Because it's never, you know, it never ends, and people are in need, and you want to help.
Yeah. Well, I want to say congratulations. You are being honored here.
Thank you so much.
Here with Wish alum Dave, 30th anniversary of your wish being granted, and you're here to tell us all about it. What was your wish?
My wish was to meet the president in the Oval Office. I met George Bush first, 41, in the Oval Office. It was phenomenal. Had an amazing experience. It was in 1989 is when my wish was granted. I had leukemia, and it was just such a powerful thing to look forward to as I was going through all the treatments, to be able to know that that's where I was going to go. I believe I was the first child to meet the president as a wish child.
Wow.
And it was really remarkable. Went into the Oval Office and spent 15 minutes with the president, which is the Prime Minister of Pakistan was there that week, and she got 10 minutes. So to put it in perspective, 15 minutes is quite a bit of time in the Oval Office.
You got more time than the Prime Minister of Pakistan at the time.
Sure did.
That's incredible. So take us through the day. Like, when you made this wish, did you think it would happen? And like, take us through the emotions of it actually unfolding before your eyes.
Sure. So I grew up in upstate New York. I now live in South Florida. I grew up in upstate New York, and I had material goods. That was not an issue. And I thought, what could I do? And when folks come to my house and they said, you could meet anyone, you could go anywhere, you could have anything, you can do anything, what would you want? So I gave it some thought, what could money not buy at the time? And quite frankly, I guess now you can buy access to the White House. But back then you didn't have that type of access. And I wished to meet with the president, and it was phenomenal. I was in high school, I was a senior in high school. I got phone calls from the Secret Service, I would get calls from the White House, all leading up to it. It was pre-9/11, but still, the security was quite intense, and it was really remarkable, just the entire opportunity to go through the West Wing to, as the military folks open the door and they are in, their full salute mode.
Wow.
And they just don't even, you say thank you, they don't respond. Obviously, they're in their cadence.
Sure.
And it was just phenomenal. And then Make-A-Wish is really special because it wasn't just a trip to see the president in the White House, but it was a trip with my entire family where we were picked up in a limousine. I grew up in this little town called Liberty, New York. We were driven to the airport in a limousine, went to a really phenomenal hotel in Washington, D.C. I remember we had a piano in the room. It was a suite with a piano, like a grand piano was in the room. Then we had a VIP tour of the Bureau of Printing and Engraving, where they make all the money. We had a tour of the Supreme Court, saw Justice Scalia. And it was really just a wonderful opportunity for my entire family, who had been dealing with the medical treatments that I was dealing with, to actually be a family again. And, because it's tough on a kid, it's tough on the parents. And as a parent now myself, I can't even imagine what a parent thinks as they're going through that type of situation.
What did the wish mean for you?
The wish has meant everything to me, quite frankly. And in fact, for 30 years, I have now been a volunteer with Make-A-Wish. And I grant wishes to children. I started in New York when I was in college up in Syracuse. And then I moved into New Jersey, and I was with that chapter, granting wishes. And now I'm with Make-A-Wish of South Florida. and I grant wishes to children down there. So to me, it's absolutely remarkable to be able to give back an opportunity. If I don't have bills to pay, I do it full time. But I spend plenty of time just going out, meeting families, and helping children get the wishes that they're dreaming of.
Wish alum and Wish volunteer. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
What a story. Here with Darlene Rodriguez of WNBC. Here we are, Wish Ball 2019.
It's so fantastic.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
Isn't it like, just tell me what made you want to be here and volunteer and host for the evening?
So the funny thing is, many years ago, I had just moved to not too far away, and I saw one of their pamphlets, and I said, wow, this is a chapter that's really close by, and I'd love to be involved. And I called, and I got Tom on the phone, and I said, how can I get involved in Make-A-Wish? And that was it. It was kind of like a match was made, and ever since, I've been here every year, and I just love the organization.
Yeah, so take us through, like volunteering, being at events. What does Make-A-Wish mean to you?
It means giving children a day, a moment, a time to forget about their troubles, to forget about their sicknesses, and just be kids, and letting families just be families and appreciate the love and the relationships and not have to think about the hospitals and the needles and the uncomfortable things.
Yeah, I mean, I get so inspired, right? You and I both, we see a lot of Wish Kids stories here, Wish alum stories. Even Chris Gracious's family is here, the very first Wish Kid that inspired it all. I mean, you can't not leave here so inspired and just ready to take over the world, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, if you sit here for an evening, and I encourage everyone to at least come 1 year and spend some time here at this event, or go visit the Wish House in Tarrytown, it's hard not to get pulled in, and in the best possible way. You giving is so much more rewarding for you than I think for anybody else.
I agree with you. If anyone out there is watching, maybe on the fence about either donating or volunteering, what would you say to them?
I would say give generously, give with your heart, even if it's a little bit, give what you can. It's something you'll never regret. I mean, you can't put a price tag on making a child happy, right?
Yeah. Well, we already know you're going to be fantastic up on stage, but break a leg out there.
I don't know about that. I think maybe you jinxed me.
The bar is set very high.
Maybe we might have to pull you up. I don't know.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Today's a special day when Gregory wants to become a police officer, because it harkens back to how Make-A-Wish started back in 1980, when Christopher Gracious wanted to be an Arizona State Trooper for the day. And law enforcement officers rallied and put together a special day for that youngster. They said there's got to be other kids out there we can help, and here we are 37 years later, 250,000 wishes later, and we have a youngster coming along and wants to be a police officer.
So today was not only a wish to be a police officer, but it was Gregory's wish to be a police officer for a lifetime. I think this will be a memory that he can always have and hold on to, as well as his family.
And as we came downstairs, we heard the pipes and drums of the police officers' bagpipes. Every officer was outside standing at attention. All the cars had their lights going on, and it was a farewell ceremony and a salute to this young man who truly for one day was a police officer here in Westchester County.
Special thanks to Aviated Precisions for providing the drones here. We went high-tech at the Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley Ball in 2019. You having a good time so far? The time has come for the 2019 Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley Ball here at the historic Sleepy Hollow Country Club in Sleepy Hollow, New York. My name is Art O'Cal. Thank you very much for joining us here on the live stream, where we will give you a complete backstage look on all the events, the happenings, the sights, and the people at the 2019 Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley Ball. We are all here in support, giving the power of positivity and the dreams and inspirations of those children who are battling life-threatening illnesses. Many of them, alumni, are here tonight. We will hear their stories and be inspired by their stories, as we are all year round. And of course, we are raising a lot of money here tonight for a fantastic cause, and there is a silent auction going on, which unfortunately, since you're at home, you can't bid on. Just kidding, you absolutely can. You can go to makeawishhv.org, and there you will see all the information, and we will see all of those prizes up for grabs a little bit later on. But for now, enjoy the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2019 Wish Ball, honoring multi-Grammy and Tony Award composer and producer Frank Wildhorn. Please stand as Wish Kid Bianca sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job. Please take your seats and welcome to the 2019 Wish Ball. Please take your seats. We're going to get started. First of all, I may need to make an announcement. Tonight's Wish Ball is being broadcast live stream. The landing page is www.makeawishhv.org. So if you want to watch on live stream, you can do that. And since we are live streaming, I have a shout out to Scottsdale, Arizona, where my daughter, son-in-law, and my granddaughters, Maddie and Julia, are watching tonight. So welcome. Could you please take your seats? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start by introducing some very special people tonight. First of all, my co-hosts for tonight from WNBC Today in New York, co-anchor, multi-Emmy Award winner, Darlene Rodriguez. And from the #1 rated morning drive time show in the Hudson Valley, Mike and Casey in the morning, Mike Bennett. They have been doing this for more than a decade, and I say this every year, and I have to say it every year. I don't know what we did to be so blessed, but wherever we need, they are there to help us out. So Mike and Darlene, we can't thank you enough. And it really wouldn't be a Wish Ball without the two of them, as you'll see as the night goes on. We're also honored to have with us tonight the founders of Make-A-Wish. The mother of Chris Gracious, Linda Pauling, her husband Gene, and two of the founders, Kay and Tommy Austin. Please say hello. Welcome. So somebody said tonight, it's sad about the weather. And I thought to myself, no, it's not sad about the weather. It's inconvenient about the weather. What's sad is we have 170 families right now who have been told by their doctors that their son or their daughter has got a critical illness. But tonight, through your generosity, we hope to grant those wishes so those children can step up and replace fear with confidence, sadness with joy, and anxiety with hope. And tonight's wish ball is going to be a little different. We're going to do our program, we're going to share some wish stories, but we've got some first-class entertainment tonight. So it's wishes and music tonight. It's a combination of both. And at the end of the evening, folks, could I have your attention, please? At the end of the evening, I invite you to stay because you're going to have a mini concert with Frank Wildhorn's friends that rivals, I would say, surpasses anything you will pay top dollar in New York City at 54 Below or Birdland. I got to see the rehearsal. They're going to knock your socks off. It's really going to be great. But we said it's about wishes and music. So let's start with a wish, as we always do. Let's take a look at Logan's wish. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you're about to find out.
It's a mighty military tank. And look who's in command. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator himself. And there's a kid in the tank with him. He's 15-year-old Logan Decker, and this is a dream come true for this Schwarzenegger superfan. So how did a kid get to drive a tank with his idol? It's all thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which grants wishes to children with serious illnesses. Logan suffers from cystic fibrosis, a disease that damages the lungs and digestive system. His mom was thrilled to see her son forget about his troubles. The day started off with Logan being driven to a secret location and meeting Schwarzenegger for the first time.
Good to see you.
I need a hug.
Yeah.
It's here that the former governor of California keeps his personal collection of military vehicles.
So you ready for a little tank drive?
Yeah.
Or you're first ready for military vehicle drive? For Hummer drive, what are you ready for?
Logan chooses the tank. Good decision.
Now this is the tank that I drove when I was 18 years old in the Austrian army. I was a tank driver.
A quick tutorial on how to get into the tank, and the two are off on an amazing adventure. Schwarzenegger shows Logan how to operate the giant war machine. There they go, and when it's over, Logan is breathless.
Yeah, what did you enjoy the most about it?
You driving it was pretty awesome. Before the two went their separate ways, Arnold has some important advice for Logan.
Everything is possible if you believe it. Remember that.
But it was Logan who had the final word with the Terminator.
I'll be back. How's that? So we said it's about wishes, and now it's time for a little music. Frank Wildhorn is our honoree, and Ken Mahoney's going to tell you about him in a minute. But for those of you who don't know, the Whitney Houston song, Where Do Broken Hearts Go? You've heard his songs on the Super Bowl, the World Cup, All-Star Games, Olympics. And he is the first composer to have 3 shows on Broadway at the same time. But we're going to add another first tonight. He is the first wish ball honoree that is going to have to sing and play for his supper. So to get us started, Nick, I think we're ready for Constantine Maroulis, who's joining us today. He's been with us before at Wish Balls to sing Frank's song, Change the World. Constantine, take it away.
All right. How we feeling tonight, Westchester? This beautiful venue. It's a very Frank Wildhorn kind of night. It's like Sleepy Hollow, gothic weather out there. Jekyll and Hyde. This song, though, is just so beautiful. And Frank and I, we were just in Japan together. So happy to share this one with you, man.
You too, my brother. I thought tonight, was such a special night, and we were honored, me and the guys here, to be here tonight. And I wanted to choose some songs that I thought would be apropos in the theme of this. And this is from a new show we have around the world right now. And this is a theme song called Change the World.
I am newly made. I have been reborn. I no longer need to suffer fools and bear their scorn. I can be right the wrongs I see. No more laughing man, no more circus clown. Now this man of means, like kings and queens, will wear a crown. A dreamer who makes other dreams come true, to strike a blow and show what dreams can do. Help the weak, feed the poor, save the child who is lost. Let the flag of forgiveness be unfurled. These things I swear to do, and I'll continue to, until we change the world. Are you with me? Rearrange from first to last and make the future change the past. I'll never yield, I'll wield my power through the land. Changing hearts, changing souls, to change the rich and poor man's roles, to high or low born, we all understand. Hand in hand, face to face, we will all be as one. If the flag of forgiveness is unfurled, love is the only light that gets us through the night. No tossed and lost and hurt, our love will change the Thank you.
Thank you, Constantine. Thank you, Frank. Thanks, guys in the band. Wishes and music tonight, folks. Wishes and music. Here to take us to the next part of the program, a good friend of ours, and just been great. Anything we need, she's there for. The people in this audience, she knows so many of the donors by name at this point. So, ladies and gentlemen, Darlene Rodriguez.
Thank you so much. Wasn't that a great performance? Amazing, right? It's so nice to see you all again this year. This is truly my favorite event all year long. I look forward to being here with everybody. The story of these children and how strong they are is always so inspiring. I'm also really inspired by all of you in this room because, as Tom said, I know so many of you by name, and a lot of you are the same people who are here every year and who open your hearts and your wallets, and you're generous, and some of you will leave here inspired. I think we all will leave here inspired to be back next year. So it's a great way to start our special night. I've been honored to be a part of Make-A-Wish now for over a decade, and I think one of the best parts of the Wish Ball is how the mission of Make-A-Wish is at the core of the evening. And to honor that tradition, let's take a look now at how Make-A-Wish started. It's all about a 7-year-old boy named Chris Gracious.
So when Christopher got sick at 4.5 and was diagnosed with acute leukemia, being a small town little farm kid, and I said, okay, how do we get rid of it? Just bottom line, give me the bottom line. And he said, your son has maybe 3.5 years to do medical technology. He said, maybe 35%, the very max would be 50% survival. That night I made a promise and a vow to, live a lifetime in 3 years, bar none. When Christopher got ill for the last time, it was in mid-April 1980, I made a phone call to Tom Austin, the U.S. Customs agent. He and his wife and I and Chris and their kids had been friends throughout the 3 years. And I said, Tommy, if there's any way to call in that promise, now is the time. They wanted to do something special for this little boy. to make his dream of being a police officer more real.
7-year-old Chris Gracious of Phoenix was awarded the honorary rank of patrolman in late April. Chris is a leukemia patient. He's going to be confined to a hospital soon, but he's always wanted to be a highway patrolman.
He got on the phone and called Ronnie Cox. He says, "Ronnie, it's time." And Ronnie got on the phone and started calling some of his people, and a helicopter ride was arranged in a real Ranger helicopter. It was a wonderful, wonderful day, and that was April 29th, 1980. It was an absolutely marvelous, marvelous day on May 1st also. Chris changed into his uniform. He had his helmet, his Smokey the Bear hat, full uniform. Chris strapped on his little gun and holster set, and he was ready for anything. On May 2nd, which was a Friday, he woke up and he says, "Mommy, I don't feel good." And he says, "I want to go see my doctor." So took him to the hospital. We checked him in. He said, "Mommy, I want all my police stuff. I need my uniform, I need everything here." On Saturday morning, May 3rd, he kind of woke up, he saw his uniform, he saw all of his police things, and he said, "Mommy, Mommy, where are you?" I said, "I'm right here, sweetheart." And he says, "I love you. You've been a good mom." Just later that night, about 7:35, he passed away.
7-year-old Chris Gracious lost his battle for life to leukemia, but the last week of his young life was a happy time for Chris, his parents, his friends, and the Department of Public Safety.
Everyone has a reason. I believe we're all put on this earth for a purpose, for a reason. And I believe Chris's reason was for this group. Tom and Ron and I stood in the middle of a GPS parking lot after Christopher's first day on the 29th, and Tommy says, "We're gonna do this again." It just took people caring to help make this a wish come true. It just started like a snowball going down the hill, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Everybody wanted in on it. They just wanted to do something to make this little boy happy. And I think that is so wonderful, because that's what Make-A-Wish is. It gave me strength, hope, and joy because there was people that cared. There were people that came into my life that said, "Hey, everything's gonna be all right. It will be okay." For Make-A-Wish to come in and say, "You deserve a wish." There's no worries, there's no stress whatsoever. And they come back just elated, just so happy with smiles, giggles, laughter, memories that carry on forever. Those last forever. There are nice things that happen in this world. There are good people out there that just want to help. When I was tucking him into bed, he went to sleep with a badge in his hand. And I tucked him, kissed him goodnight, and he says, "Mommy, does this make me a real cop?" And I said, "Yes, it does." I said, "It's official. But to me, you're always going to be a trooper." I believe this was Christopher's purpose. And he felt me worthy enough to keep carrying that torch. And I'm still kicking, so yes, I will do it until the day he calls me home.
Today is the 39th anniversary of Chris's passing. Linda, you know that Chris is always in our hearts. You are always in our hearts. You're an incredibly strong woman. We're so grateful to everything that you've done and that you've given to Make-A-Wish and to the rest of the world, really. Thank you. On behalf, yes, thank you. And on behalf of us here tonight, and to honor Chris's memory, please accept these flowers from one of our Wish kids, Benjamin. Yes. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you. Well, what a legacy, right? What a legacy this 7-year-old boy left us. 39 years later, Chris's legacy is the largest wish-granting organization in the whole world,
With 60 chapters in the United States and 55 international affiliates, having granted over 450,000 wishes. Let's take a look now. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. 450,000. And some more here this evening, I predict. Let's take a look, though, at Chris's legacy.
It's like running through an open door. It's like finding what you're looking for. We've been waiting, we won't wait no more. Every season, every memory made, all the dreaming led us here today. Can you see it? We got a beautiful story. Every moment on and on, we got a beautiful story. And we've only just begun. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Never felt my heart beat so wild while the sunset sets the night on fire. You and me here, and it feels so right. We got a beautiful story. Every moment on and on, we got a beautiful story. And we've only just begun. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come.
Photo op. Get your photos out, or your cameras out.
Here comes Tommy. Okay, you're up, Pat. Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Brosnan.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Tom. Thank you to the founders and, of course, to Linda and Jean. And thank you to everyone who's here tonight. Wow. And thank you, Darlene. Fantastic. And Mike and our folks that are here. My family's here. We've got a couple of tables from the office. And I got to tell you, I was going to say that I would be brief, but anybody who knows me in the room knows that that's not physically possible. But Tom assured me that he's going to cane me at the 5-minute mark, so I'm counting. So first of all, I'm humbled and emboldened, empowered. I didn't know about Make-A-Wish, to be very frank. I mean, I knew of it, but I had no idea of not only the mission, but the extraordinary success. I mean, 450,000 wishes in 39 years. It's mind-blowing. 50 countries on 5 continents, 45,000 volunteers. It's extraordinary, extraordinary. Myself and my team, once we became aware of the nature of Make-A-Wish and the goals of Make-A-Wish, it was a no-brainer for us to jump in head first, and we're in. You guys are stuck with us. I mean, we're really, really in, you know? I mean, how could you not be? You know, it's interesting. In my days in the NYPD about 1,000 years ago, I was a patrolman in the South Bronx for a number of years. I was there for the opening day of crack. Crack had an opening day, just like Major League Baseball. Opening day of crack, 85, around St. Patty's Day, the High Holy Day, you know? So I used to think then, and sometimes I reflect on it now, that I had the help gene in me back then. I would, you got to put it in perspective, I would help a lot of folks into handcuffs. I would help escort them to Rikers and the men's house of detention in the Bronx. I was helping. The operative verb was help. And, you know, and on reflection, it was pretty cool. And I see now we do it privately in the private sector. We do actually do a lot of cool stuff helping folks and mitigate risk and manage risk and drive down crime and just kind of do the right thing through the uses of technology and labor and the fusion of data and the fusion of process and training and all the stuff that we do at Brosnan Risk Consultants. But as I was digging back 1,000 years ago, I was trying to think of like a true help story, and I came up with one. I'll call it the Mrs. O'Brien story. It's kind of interesting. There's a phenomenon that goes on in the Bronx, probably goes on in a lot of places, where the kids abandon the folks and they leave them in these horrible neighborhoods, and they're usually on the 5th floor, and that's where they live. They live behind police locks and, you know, 7 or 8 door locks, and you know, they creep out in the morning when there's nobody out, and they try to get food, and it's really tough. And as a patrolman, I ran into a few, but one in particular, Mrs. O'Brien, I got a call. I was in uniform. I went with my partner, and we went up. It was 5th floor, naturally. They're all 5 floors. You're always climbing the stairs. And it was regarding loitering in the lobby, and I went up, and we went into the apartment, and a nice, much older lady came out. I was in my early 20s. She was possibly in her late 80s. I couldn't say for sure, but she's a really nice little thing. And we said, you know, what's up? She said, oh, I'm scared and nervous in the lobby because there's these crowds in the lobby of guys, and they look scary. And I said, all right. I said, we'll take care of it. And then I see on the gigantic wooden box TV back then, the thing that was like 5,000 pounds, I see a picture of a patrolman, like an 8x10 patrolman, and I said, who's that? He says, oh, that's my husband. I said, really? I said, he was NYPD patrolman. She goes, yeah, he got killed in the line of duty on Christmas Day in 1959. I said, whoa. So she now had 2 really serious friends in the 46th precinct, myself and Walsh, was my partner Walsh. I said, Miss O'Brien, that's really something else. I said, we're gonna take care downstairs. So I went downstairs, and all the dealers are milling around and, you know, playing it cool, and we come out, and I kind of gathered them around in a bit of a summit. I said, guys, you guys know who me and Walsh were. We were very active. I said, what you don't know and what you're about to learn is that I have a personal friend in this very building, in 5A. They said, look at me. They said, 5A, who's that, man? I said, that's that little old lady, Mrs. O'Brien. She's my friend. You guys have to be really, really nice to Mrs. O'Brien, starting now and for every day going forward. Otherwise, whatever goes on here, it's going to get really unpleasant very quickly. So they're like delighted that they're not all in cuffs. They have some kind of a new eclectic assignment that they're not really certain how to refuse it. They're processing it that it's probably cutting on the good side for them. They were partially right. So anyhow, as it turns out, they overdid it. She would be 2 blocks away on Tremont, and they would run up on her and try to wrestle the bags out of her hands to carry them up to the 5th floor. She became horrified. It actually got worse. It was really actually very funny. You just never could figure these things out. I mean, drug dealers really, they elude me. You can't figure out what makes these guys think. They know nothing about moderation, so I had to come back for a second visit, a second seminar. I huddled them all around, everybody. I said, you guys, you got a little bit out of hand. You can't chase her to get her grocery bags. You can't give her a piggyback up the stairs. She's 90. Leave her alone. Just be polite. Try to be reasonably normal. Try to show a little bit of respect, and that's it. I'm not coming back again. Of course, unknown to them, narcotics was taking them all down separately, but that was a totally separate story. But anyhow, as it turned out, the Mrs. O'Brien story is a favorite, and it's the helping part, and what can I say? It's an honor to be here. What can I say? This is great stuff. This is a big hat off to the team over here. It was great. We all met yesterday. They were up in our office. They suffered through 2 hours of us droning on and on and on. But beautiful stuff. I got to tell you, I'm really honored and humbled. And you stuck with us. We're in. So everybody else has to be in too. So we got to get into the pocket, get the pen, and write the checks. This is not a time to be frugal. This is a time for largesse. This is a time to write the zeros. Got to help them. This is a fantastic organization, and it's my absolute pleasure to be part of it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
He just broke 2 of my fingers, shaking hands. Pat wanted me to mention that he'll be at Mr. Chuckles in Paramus Saturday night, 2 shows, 7 and 10. That was great. He'll also be co-hosting next year with Darlene. Thanks a lot, Pat. Let me bring up a dear friend. If you do listen to WHUD in the morning, you'll hear me talking about Ken Mahoney Asset Management. I am proud to be his on-air spokesman, doing his commercials. He came to our house. My wife fell in love with him, and the 2 of them are living in Tahiti now. But no, he took over her retirement plan and my retirement plan. I don't plan to retire, but if I do, I'm loaded. And that's all because of Ken Mahoney. He's a board member of Make-A-Wish. Ken, get up here. Ken is also a regular financial whiz on the Fox Business Network. Did I mention everything correctly?
So. There you go.
All right.
I got $20 for you here, too.
There you go.
Okay.
I'll put it in my retirement account.
Thank you. Good evening. Wow, I got to follow that up. That's not easy. Eesh. Well, we're here tonight to celebrate Frank Wildhorn. Let's give it up for Frank Wildhorn. Frankie baby. It's great. Right next to his right-hand side is his adoring mother who came up from Florida, and what a proud mother she is to see Frank tonight being honored here at Make-A-Wish. Good seeing you. And his 2 sons, Jake I've known since he was about this tall, and now he's like this tall. And by the way, write this name down, Jake Wildhorn. He has that Wildhorn DNA in him. He is an artist, and we're going to be watching his career go crazy. He'll be performing later. Jake's in the house, everybody. And to Frank's left is his beautiful wife, Tanaka. I've never seen so... I know, I always put... I'm sorry, Frank, I've never seen you so happy. Such lovebirds. Kelly and I enjoy being with you, and we're not zipping around the world and so forth. So how do I meet Frank Wildhorn? Well, it goes back when our boys were in 2nd grade, and I'm coaching a baseball team. And here's this guy showing up with a Mets hat. Now, that's a problem, isn't it? Yeah. Well, one of the reasons it's a big problem is that we're the Yankees. And he's showing up with his Mets hat and Mets hat. I said, I got to talk to this dude. What is up with him? So I go over and he goes, I'm Frank Wildhorn. I go, yeah, I know him, Frank. And again, just being around Frank, it's contagious. Hopefully you get a chance to say hi to him tonight and thank him. but just his sense of humor, his sense of being. I mean, just very quickly we became really good friends. And then I got involved in different Broadway shows thanks to him. And some people say, gee, how'd you get involved in Broadway? You know, you do the financial stuff, how do you get involved in Broadway? And I say, Frank Wildhorn. You think I said the Dalai Lama, for God's sakes. Frank Wildhorn, Frank. So that's how we got involved with Frank at an early time. But again, you see him on the blue carpet tonight. He's been on red carpets. But there's something really weird about this guy. His hat selection. Here he is on the red carpet and here tonight with a Dallas Cowboys hat. Whew, a lot going on there. But to know Frank is to love him. And in the Broadway community of producers and directors and stages and actors and actresses, they all want to be part of Frank's show. They all want to be around this love that he has for music theater. And his music is loved all around the world. I'm going to tell you about that in just a minute. And it makes sense because he is love. That's who he is. You get a text from him, hey, love, hey, love. This is what he exudes. This is what he is. This is what his music about. And the world is caught on to that. And very few people can say this, but I could tell you that Frank Wildhorn is a prodigy. Again, I know that word gets used a lot, but if you work with people around him, they say, I don't get it. Like he goes from some energy source from here to his fingers to the keyboard are all one. I mean, he really is a prodigy. Frank, that's the first time I told you, but that really is an amazing attribute of yours. Now, tonight, as we sit here honoring Frank, what's really amazing, I would say right now, probably about 200 productions tonight are performing Frank's music as we sit here tonight. That's absolutely amazing. In the hundreds. And that's, as Tom Compton said earlier, in 1999, well, he had 3 hits running on Broadway, Civil War, Scarlet Pimpernel, and of course, the classic Jekyll and Hyde. Now, how did Frank get involved in Make-A-Wish? I brought him to a gala just like this a number of years ago, and right away he got it. He saw the videos. He saw these beautiful kids and their smiles, and these adoring parents and these siblings all participating in a wish. He got it right away. Because there's really not, again, we try to describe what happens in Make-A-Wish with words, but we all know it's more than words, right? It's an experience. And he sat there, and he tapped me on the shoulder, goes, I want to help these kids. I want to do something. What can I do? And I said, I don't know, let's start off with, I don't know, maybe you want to give like one-on-one lessons to some kids, you know, that are aspiring actors and actresses. And by the way, tonight, one of the auction items is that very wish. And because I want to do something else, I'm like, okay, so we got with Tom Compton, and Tom and his wife Jerry and children used to go to Broadway and love Frank's shows, especially Scarlet Pimpernel. And with the time, I said, you know, what else can we do? How about he performs at the gala, which he's done in the last couple of years, right? And he's done it with Wish Kids. But he's relentless. What else can I do? I'm like, oh boy, okay, let's go. Okay. How about, look, Frank, you do Frank and Friends around the world, in Vienna, you know, you name the country. It's been on TV. Maybe, can we do a Frank and Friends here at Tarrytown? Sure, sign me up. And by the way, where's Nick Chang? Nick's somewhere in the house. Nick, thank you. Thank you, Nick, for helping us make that those concert series come true and helping out for tonight. You know, he's usually in the background, but really, he makes the trains run on time. He makes all these things happen, and Frank will tell you that too. So we had a Frank and Friends at the Tarrytown Music Hall. And if you think about his music talks about hope and strength and joy, just like the videos we just saw. All his songs have from that heart, from that spirit, and blends perfect with what we do here at Make-A-Wish. In those concert series, it's pretty incredible what he did. I don't think people know this, but I Have a Voice, which is going to be part of his next Broadway show called The Song of Bernadette. But this song, I Have a Voice, he said, how about this, Ken? The premiere of I Have a Voice, not around the world, not in Germany, not in London, not in New York. Let's have it here in Tarrytown when we have this Broadway show, Frank and Friends. And that's his heart. He wanted us to have the opportunity to premiere his song. And that song, I Have a Voice, has been used all around Make-A-Wish. And once no money for it or anything, and when you'll hear that song later, you know where it comes from. It comes from deep within. And it definitely is something that our kids, the Wish Kids, feel when they experience their wish. Well, we've heard about This Is the Moment. That's his famous song. Well, I guess maybe Broken Hearts. Well, I don't know what's the most famous song anymore. We go through his whole catalog. But his most famous song is This Is the Moment. This Is the Moment. It's been played in I don't know how many languages, probably 20 different languages, 5 continents. This Is the Moment. It's been played at World Series. It's been played at Super Bowls and even the Olympics. And I thought, Frank, maybe we turn the tables on you and share This Is Your Moment. Because I'm going to invite up here Chris Gracious, Mom, Linda, come on up, the founder. Also, Tommy and Kay Austin, come on up too. The founders of Make-A-Wish in those videos. Isn't she awesome right here? Thank you. So as I mentioned, Frank, this is the moment, this is your moment to receive the honor tonight of the Chris Gracious Award, the highest honor here at the Make-A-Wish. Frank, congratulations. Come on. Thank you, love. No. There you go, right there. Hey, my brother. Love you, man. That's what it looks like. Oh, beautiful. Standing ovation with you, man.
I gotta make a speech now, huh? So I grew up wanting to play football. Probably didn't think this speech was gonna start like that. My dream was to play middle linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm still waiting for them to call me. I don't understand, but they haven't called me yet. But you know, listening to Ken, I just have a cool idea because there's a lot of football fans in here, and I happen to know there's a lot of New York Giant fans in here. And I was just thinking about their draft. And how does that relate to Make-A-Wish? So I literally just came up with this idea. I think I'm willing, within reason, to bet every Giant fan in here when the Giants play the Cowboys, and whatever we bet, we'll take the money and we'll give it to Make-A-Wish. So, hey, you know, you find different ways to do this. So, but it's interesting because my first connection with Make-A-Wish was because of sports. In my home, and Takako, I'm so sorry, but she knows, the ESPN is 24/7, you know, sometimes with the sound off, sometimes with the sound on. But if you know ESPN, they always have a week that is the Make-A-Wish week. And that's been going on, Tom, I don't know how many years, 12 years. Okay, so it's 12 years ago when every time there'd be a week and I would love these stories and what is Make-A-Wish and why these athletes, they're giving, and you can see from the heart, and their stories are so fantastic, and what it meant to those kids. So that was like my first thing. And even this year in the NFL draft, they had kids from Make-A-Wish come up on stage and announce what the picks were. So the fact that Make-A-Wish was so tied to sports, and especially football, I'm in. I mean, you know. So anyway, obviously that dream of mine didn't come true. But I was very lucky that music came calling. And music is my calling, and I always feel myself as a vessel. When people ask me about writing, I always say it's like fishing. The songs are there, and it's my job to go get them and then to carry them. And I carry them to, I've been so lucky to work with such great artists, and I've been so lucky to have this life in the theater. and it's an international life. And so you learn how the music can touch and heal and strengthen and empower and give hope to so many. Because music, like love, knows no borders. And Make-A-Wish knows no borders. And Thomas Bockert is here tonight. He's the greatest star in the theater in Germany. And he was telling me today, I do a lot of concerts for Make-A-Wish in Germany. So how cool is that, you know? Anyway, a few years ago, my son Jake, who's going to sing for you in a little bit, he was playing baseball, and of course Ken was the coach, because if Ken is in the room, Ken is the coach. And I said to Ken, because it's in the middle of the afternoon in North Salem, and I'm out watching my kid play ball, and he's coaching them, and what are two adults doing 3 o'clock in the afternoon, out in the afternoon? So what do? I'm a composer. I'm working in the theater. What do you do? I'm a money guy. I'm a money genius or something like that, which he is. We became friends, and I dragged him into showbiz. And now I think he's a 3 or 4 time Tony Award-winning producer. So how cool is that? I mean, you know. But he introduced me to Make-A-Wish in an intimate way by inviting me to the ball here. And listen, like the gentleman, the cop, fantastic, by the way. I mean, you should have a show. You know, what he said was right. You come and you learn and you see, and therefore you feel. And once you feel, then you're hooked. And, you know, the stories are touching and they're sad, but they're full of hope. And as every emotion that you have comes up in that and stuff, you're an amazing woman, Linda, amazing, and thank you so much. And you get hooked, and so I got hooked, like you got hooked, sir. And I just keep thinking, you know, well, what else? You know, what can we do? You know, if there's a chair and it's empty, that chair needs to be filled, and it's our job to do that. And I think everybody in here, I can't believe you guys don't feel that. You have to feel that. That's why you're here. And so for me, I am honored and humbled and empowered. And mostly it's like, well, what can I do next? You know, this is the start. You know, and as long as I'm around, as long as I'm making music, and the music therefore opens doors and can do good things, that's why I should, for me, that's why I should do it. That's why I should keep doing it. So I pledge to you, Tom, who've been so cool to me, you and your wife, fantastic. You know, just, you have me, and you will always have me. I'm so happy my mom and my sister are here from Florida. I think Mom, Dad would be pretty happy today with me. My boys are here. You know, Takako, I'm a better man because of you, you know. And my band is here, you know. And if you really know me, I'm just the guy in the band, you know. I write and I do all this stuff, but the joy has always been making music. And, you know, Carrie Menelakis, Konstantin Maroulis, some of my favorite singers and favorite people are here and to share their gifts with you tonight. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. And whatever I can do, you got me. Thank you so much.
Wow, how fantastic is Frank Wildhorn? You know someone's work and you appreciate them as an artist and you become a fan, but then when you hear somebody like that talk and you see where his heart is and what kind of person he is and what kind of human being he is, it's like 100,000 times better, isn't it? So right now, we are going to have the pleasure of listening to Frank Wildhorn, and he's got some friends with him. Wish Kids, Bianca, Matthew, Sarah, and Dream. They are taking the stage right now, and we're gonna listen to them sing Frank Wildhorn's song, Anything Can Happen.
And this is a beautiful lyric by Jack Murphy, and just listen to the lyric. It tells you everything you need to know.
Toss a penny in a well. Make a wish you never can tell. Trust your heart and believe what the may. 'Cause anything can happen if you let it happen. Anything can happen today. Some things you trust but can't explain, like finding rainbows after the rain. True romance comes right out of the blue, and anything can happen if you let it happen. Anything can happen for you. Who knows, maybe right around the corner, your future is waiting for you. Don't be afraid to take a chance. Don't look down each time that you dance. Letting go is the only thing to do. Then anything can happen if you let it happen. Even love can happen to
Sarah, Dream, Matthew, Bianca, Frank White.
Thank you, guys. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful.
All right, so here's the game plan. We got more music and wishes to do, but first you got to eat your dinner and get your strength up, and Pat's going to be checking your wallets later. We're going to see if we can lighten them a little bit after dinner. So as you have your dinner, you can still bid on the silent auctions. Don't forget Frank Wildhorn one-on-one. You can bid on that. Broadway tickets, Tootsie is up there. Great reviews, nominations. But during dinner, I need the board of directors to come over to my right for a picture. Board of directors, come now for a picture. And then we're going to have the wish families come. So we'll see you on the other side for part 2 for more wishes and music. Enjoy your dinner.
Evening here at Wishball 2019, Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley is Frank Wildhorn. You know him from Broadway, writer, producer, composer. He has done it all, and he is here being honored tonight. What does that feel like, being honored at an event like this?
It's too much. You know, I've been part of this for a while. It's my honor to be part of this. It's all about the kids and what we can do. And all through the years, whether they're sports guys or people from my industry, I've seen people reach out time and time again. So whatever little I can do, I'm going to do, and I'll keep doing it. You know, and I think tonight was a great example of a lot of people from my business coming together and supporting us. It's been a wonderful night.
Safe to say you're a sports guy with the Cowboys hat on?
Well, I don't even know what I am without it. So it's been part of me forever.
What does Make-A-Wish mean to you?
Hope. You know, and you know, I've been very lucky with my music around the world. You know, I meet so many people, and I know how music can heal, and music makes memories that people hang on to. and that's a powerful thing. So if I can combine music with helping a cause I love so much, that's a good thing.
You know, you're honored here tonight, but you have been involved in the past with Make-A-Wish, whether it's granting wishes or just being involved in general. What does that mean to you, and how important is it for you to have that kind of role with Make-A-Wish?
It's always, can I do one more? You know, whatever we raise, can we raise some more? Because it's never, you know, it never ends, and people are in need, and you want to help.
Yeah. Well, I want to say congratulations. You are being honored here.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. As you finish your dinner, it's time to move on. Last reminder, the silent auction closes at 8:40 sharp, and Pat Brosnan will supervise that it's done in a legal and efficient manner, and there's no hanky-panky going on, so Pat, thank you for doing that. Appreciate it. We got a lot of Bronx people in the house, so it feels like we're home. Darlene, myself, Pat, Brian Doyle, even though he says Dobbs Ferry, he's a Bronx boy, but we're never going to let him forget that. So we want to come back now. We did wishes and songs and wishes. Time for another song. The song that Frank talked about was I Have a Voice, and we've used that so much so for our own Hudson Valley chapter, but the people at National heard this song, and Frank gave us permission to use this song at the National Conference. And Bianca, who was here before, was one of the kids that sang the song. You remember that, Bianca? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call your attention to the stage right, where Carrie Manalocas is coming up. Frank Wildhorn's going to the piano. Ladies and gentlemen, I Have a Voice.
Hello, hello. Thank you. So we have a new show that we're working on that I'm very, very excited about. And the producers are here from that show tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here, being part of this tonight. This is called I Have a Voice, and I wanted an angel to sing it, and I found Carrie, so I'm very lucky.
We're going to try this again. I have a voice, simple and clear. It speaks the truth for all to hear. It gives me hope, it gives me faith, it lifts me up, it keeps me safe. I have a voice, it's mine alone, it comforts me, it is my own. Although it's small, I'm not afraid, for I'm strong in its embrace. No one can say what I have seen or understand. simple and clear. It speaks the truth for all to hear. It gives me hope. It gives me faith. I have a voice and I'm safe. No one can say what I have seen or understand where I have been. For what I found inside myself belongs to me and no one else. If I were blind and had no eyes to see, still I would hear that voice inside of me. I wish that you, could hear it too. I have a voice. It's mine alone. It comforts me. It is my own. I know it's small, but it is strong. I have a voice. It is my song.
Carrie Menelakis. Beautiful, baby.
I think we're on. All right. Carrie Menelakis, can we have another round of applause? Because Frank was right. That really is the voice of an angel. So one of my favorite parts of the evening is getting to see the kids and pictures of the kids on their Wish, and that's what we're going to see now. So the pictures are from the Wish families, and the music's by Frank Wildhorn. Take a look.
I'm going to stay.
I'm so excited. Tennessee Bound, and it's a dream come true because I get to meet my favorite band.
Everybody's searching for answers. Everybody tries to find some meaning in their lives. Where do we belong? Who will be our shelter? Looking for salvation, a haven from the storm. We all need something to believe in. We all need a light to see us through. We all need something to believe in. I found something to believe in you. I was like a wayward ship drifting out to nowhere, tossing in the raging waters, trying to find my way home. You must be an angel watching over me, with loving arms my harbor. Now I know I'm not alone. We all need something to believe in. found something to believe in you. And now that I found you, I'll never let you go. Never let you go. Now my search is finally over. 'Cause you're the only truth I know. You know that we all need something to believe in. We all need love. We all need something to believe in. I found something to believe in We all need something to believe in. We all need We all need something to believe in. I found something to believe in. We all need We all need something to We all need something to believe in. I found something to believe in. We all need
How beautiful, right? The sound of a child's laughter. There's nothing more beautiful than that. So I'd like to bring back the captain of the ship here this evening, Mr. Tom Conklin, and a very special Wish Kid, Kira.
Thank you,
Give them
Darlene.
a round of applause.
So music and wishes. And what better way to find out what tonight's all about than to hear firsthand about a wish granted not too long ago. And Kira's been gracious enough to come tonight and to share her story. So please welcome Kira.
Thank you so much for having me. I prepared a little thing because otherwise I would just get flustered and forget. So I feel so lucky to be here to honor Make-A-Wish as one of the many, many people whose lives it's impacted. And I also feel really lucky for this opportunity to relive the day I met Billy Joel. Thank you. It all started May 2018 when I got an email with the all-cap subject line, "Wait till you hear this." Make-A-Wish had worked its magic, and I would be going to a Billy Joel concert and meeting the man himself. I'd written essays about his music, I'd memorized entire albums of his, and now I would get to speak to him in person. When I shared the news with one of my friends, he said he was jealous. He wished he could have a wish too. This confused me. Getting a wish is not something you ever want. By the time I'd had mine, I'd been through sepsis, spinal meningitis, bacteremia, nerve damage, and brain lesions, to name a few. I'd had epidural catheters, blood transfusions, a feeding tube, and more needles than I can count. I hadn't been able to breathe properly or sit myself up in bed in the morning for years. And I'd had to consider my own mortality from the age of 14. Everyone at Make-A-Wish knew they could never make this go away. But they wanted to give me something as wonderful as all that was terrible. For one day, they would light up the entire world for me. And when I got to Madison Square Garden on August 23rd, my wish day, I will never forget that date, the 6 people on my wish team were almost excited as I was. They hugged me, they showered me with gifts, and brought me to a backstage suite. And then Billy Joel walked in. And all I could say was, "You were my wish." After shaking my hand and introducing himself, he asked if there was a song of his that was special to me, and I named Got to Begin Again. And he said, "What song is that?" Apparently, I picked such an obscure Billy Joel song, not even Billy Joel knew it. But I explained why it meant so much to me. Living with a progressive neuromuscular condition, I constantly have to begin again. When I lose something, the ability to walk or write with a pencil or play piano, I remember Billy Joel's simple words of wisdom. I've got to begin again, though I don't know how to start. I've got to begin again, and it's hard. He thought for a moment and said, "I think I do remember that song." And right there, he sang a couple of lines of it right to me. He asked if there was another special song, and I said, "Vienna." And he said, "Then I'm playing that tonight." And he asked his road manager to change the set list for me. And he sat down and we talked. And I'd tell him which lyrics I particularly loved and why, and he'd tell me how he wrote those lyrics, and then we'd break down the song together. I got to hear all about his writing process from him personally. I told him what his music had meant to me during the hardest years of my life. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant was the last song I played on piano before my fingers got too weak to play, and it will be the first song I pick up if I ever get to play again. Thank you. Thank you. The day I first realized things were getting really bad, all I wanted to do was listen to The Stranger. And when my parents had to drive me to Cleveland for medical appointments, we listened to nothing but his music the entire way there and back. He's got a lot of music. And that got me through a week of painful procedures, and I got to thank him for that. He stayed and talked to me for half an hour and gave me a big hug before saying goodbye. Then my family and my Wish team and I went to a private box for the concert. And I got to watch Billy Joel play live songs that we'd just spoken about. And a few songs in, he sat down at his piano and said, "This one's for Kira." And for all of Madison Square Garden, Billy Joel sang Vienna to me. That was one of the most moving moments of the night for me. Not just because Billy Joel dedicated a song to me, but because the moment he said my name, everyone in the box screamed. I felt immediately how many people were on my side and how much they had cared and how much they had done for me. And some of them had only met me that day, but that moment I know made them as happy as it made me. And all that I'd gone through, all that fear and pain and the unbelievable unfairness of it all, it didn't matter in that moment, because I knew with those people that the world was good. And that's the power of a wish. Thank you.
That's pretty good, Kira. So we're not done yet. You can sit down. We got more things we got to find out about Kira. We're not letting her go that fast.
Thank you so much.
But before we do that, we do want to say a thank you to a couple of people. Her wish granters, Darren and Monica, are over there.
Thank you.
The best. They said, "Tom, you got to meet this girl. She's really special." And you were underestimating her talents. She's beyond that. And most importantly, we have a great partnership with the Garden of Dreams Foundation, who does great things for us. And we are honored tonight to have two of the best people from the Garden of Dreams, Christine and Stacy, who made this wish happen. We want to say thank you. So, Kira, what do you do now?
I'm in college now. I go to Columbia University. Thank you. I'm a creative writing major, and Actually, I just got to do something really cool, if you'll allow me to
Absolutely.
tell the story.
Wish kids always can do what they want.
I believe it was 2 days after my wish. It was 2 days after my wish. My wish was a Friday, and on a Sunday, I had an audition for the lead role in a Lionsgate movie opposite Sarah Paulson. And I listened to Billy Joel's music all the way there and all the way back. And I got the part. So I got to spend all of the fall. I took a semester off of school and got to spend the fall doing that. And it was amazing. And there was actually a night on set where 3 of us who were Billy Joel fans, it was like 1 in the morning because these things go crazy late, and we all broke out into a spontaneous Billy Joel sing-along and sang Vienna together on set, like about a month after my wish. So it was a really wonderful full circle moment.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? So any message for this? I'm about to see if I can raise some money to grant some wishes. Is there anything you want to say to these people to kind of help me out?
Yeah, I would love to.
Thank you.
I hope it came across from my story how much this meant to me and how important it was to me, and it's something that still affects my life, and still every time I listen to Billy Joel just makes me feel strong and empowered, and it makes me remember just how wonderful people can be and how wonderful the world can be, and that's something that couldn't have happened without all of the incredible people who donated to Make-A-Wish to make this possible. I mean, they went all out for me. They drove me there and back in a limo. I had a fancy hotel room for the night, and like a private box in Madison Square Garden, and that just to be treated like that and to be made to feel like this is your special day is a really, really incredible thing, and it only happens because of the generosity of people like you. So thank you so much, and I hope you will consider donating so that more people can have experiences like these.
Thank you, Kira. Monica, Darren, would you escort the wish granters? Escort her off. Kira. All right, it's time to go to work and raise some money for wishes, but I need help. Where are Sydney, Jasmine, Eric, and Parker? Where are they? Come on up. You guys sit in the 4 seats. Sydney gets to sit over here. So here's a tradition, folks. We're going to auction off some wishes and see if we can do that. And if a wish is granted, we have a little procedure we do. A wish kid rings a bell. So if we raise enough money to grant the wish, Sydney gets to ring the bell. Okay? You got it? Very simple. Sydney's got a lot of help. It's a very big responsibility. But before we start that, a couple of things we usually do at this time of the year. One, our board of directors, we got a great board of directors, and I'm just so thankful that we've got them. You probably met some of them tonight. They've been past honorees, and we can't do what we do without them. And each year, they pool their resources, so I'm not standing up here empty-handed. So they have contributed throughout the night $46,475. Way to go, board. And if any of you were in ShopRite the last couple of weeks, they did a whole promo for us. So if there's any ShopRite people in the room, we just want to say thank you. So you can bid, you can buy a whole wish, you can split. Brian Doyle and I, we talked about collusion before Trump was elected. But for us, collusion was a good thing because you can get a table together, all chip in, and get a wish. That collusion, right, it's okay, right, Pat? Okay, yeah. I got a lot of attorneys in here that said it's okay. So whatever it is, you can join together and bid on it. We're going to want to get through this fast. We've got some great music coming up, but we've got to grant some wishes. First wish that's up. Zachary's 13. Zachary, his favorite food is lobster. Very good, Zachary. Snack, cookie dough ice cream. Favorite things, anything sports. So he wanted to go not to a game, but to spring training because it's less formal. You can get closer to the people. So he got close to Gleyber Torres. He was outside the batting cage and was talking to Gleyber Torres. Zachary says to Gleyber Torres, can you do me a favor? And Gleyber Torres says, yeah, what? Hit a home run for me today. True story. Gleyber Torres winks, and in the bottom of the first inning, Gleyber Torres hits a home run. We want to see if we can get this wish adopted, about 7,500, 8,000. Anybody want to adopt it? Mike Muller, Yonkers PBA. You adopting this wish, Mike? Law enforcement, Pat. Law enforcement. Funding the wish. Tell the guys thank you. They did a raffle, and I think most of the raffle was sold by Mike personally, and the ones he couldn't sell, he had Andrew Quinn sell. So that's okay. Whatever works is great. So that wish is granted. All right, next item up for bid is an experience. So it's the Kittle House, dinner for 10 in the wine cellar. And I'm going to ask Darlene to take her post now as we did a live auction. And Mike, where's Mike? He's over here, right next to No. Oh, yes, we got to ring the bell. Thank you. Sydney, please, ring the bell. Yeah, wish granted. And is Benjamin in the room? Benjamin, come up. I need another set of eyes. Wish kid Benjamin's going to give me a hand spotting because I got to make sure I see all the hands. Benjamin went to the Major League Baseball All-Star game, and he negotiated the trade of Stan to the Yankees, but nobody's supposed to know that. Okay, so it's dinner for 10 in the Kittle House, okay? John Crabtree was here. John, I can't thank you enough. This is a fun night. Now, usually, where is Mike? Where's Mike? All right, Mike Bennett usually complains that whenever, I'm sorry, Mike, it's right here. I'm sorry, I'm looking at your post. So Mike usually complains that he never gets invited. So people win this in past years, and they always invite Darlene. But we want to tell you the streak has ended. We have absolute proof. Let's show the proof, folks. Mike Bennett in the wine cellar at the Kittle House. That's Michael. So the streak is broken. You see Darlene, Brian Doyle, and Kieran and Jenny Bethesda were the ones that said, Mike, you're going to the Kittle House, and Mike is now gone. We want to start the bidding at 5,000. Can anybody give me 5,000? You got to raise your hands. I got 5,000. I need 6. I need 6,000. I got 6. I got 5. Need 6. Got 5. Need 6. I got 6. I need 7. I need 7. I got 7. Can I get 8? Can I get 8? Can I get 8? I got 7. Got to get at least a 7,500. You got 7,500. Okay. I got 7,500. Anybody else 7,500? Anybody want to match 7,500? Who had the hand back up there? You want to do 7,500? You'll do 8. You do 8? John, can I do 2? 2 days. $16,000 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Ring that bell twice, Sydney. John, thank you, man. Right to the bottom line, 2 wishes granted. Okay, Mike Bennett. Let's see what we got here. Next wish. I wish to hula dance in Hawaii. Wow. So Ava's 7. Her favorite class is arts and crafts. Her favorite movie is Moana. Her favorite animal is dolphins. She went, by the way, these wishes have just been granted. We have the pictures, but the bills haven't come in yet. That's why we're auctioning them off, okay? Very simple math. So this one, this is a tough, when she landed, she actually had to go to urgent care. Some of our kids, when they go on wishes, we have to plan for that. That's the life that we live. But she rallied, and the next day everything got pushed back, and you see the picture there that she was on her wish. This wish is going to cost us about $10,000, $11,000. I need 10,000. Anybody can give me 10,000? Jim Witt? Jim, are you buying this wish? The Hope for Youth Foundation.
Fantastic. Yes, Jim.
You know, Tom, I've watched these films, and anybody that doesn't know that you run such an outstanding organization that anybody that doesn't donate, there's something wrong. You know, our ways of doing things, Tom, are a little bit different. You superbly run you raise tremendous amount of money to send a youngster somewhere. Hope for Youth Foundation does something a little bit different. We raise a lot of money, or we try to, and we distribute it over about 30 or 40 different organizations. So we are so proud. And we have members of our board here tonight, 5 members.
Thank you, board.
To support you, and they've given me the authority to grant $10,000 to this wish. But Tom, you don't even know this. There is another thing that's happening tonight. Unfortunately, we are going to lose a tremendous board member after 10 years of tremendous service. And Mr. Goldstein, would you please stand? Come. We have to. For 10 years, Howard has served on the board not only of Make-A-Wish, but of Hope for Youth Foundation, and has done one spectacular job. And so the board of Hope for Youth has said, in his name, we are going to donate an extra $2,500 to Make-A-Wish in your, because you're good.
Good, Sidney.
That's a winner, Tom.
It's a winner.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so for the record, not only is that a tremendous wish that the Hope for Youth Foundation has come through and granted this, but Jim, what you don't know is that you just granted the 2,800th wish of this chapter. Thank you. All right, next up. This is a really cool wish. Becca is 14. She loves Xbox, riding bikes, science and cello. Favorite movie is Top Gun, which is about to have a sequel released. She wants to be an Air Force test pilot, so she wanted to go to Top Gun school. She went to Top Gun school. You see her in the gear there. She had the run of the place. She got to know the commander. She went in the simulation. She said, Tom, I was really good at takeoffs. Not so good at landings. She came back to the Wish House and shared the story. Now, the footnote to that is she's got a 3-year science project at the school she goes to. She's going to do aerospace, and you have to have a mentor. Her mentor for her science project is the commander of the Top Gun school. How cool is that? This wish is going to cost me about $8,000. Can I event? Jerry Ryan, you adopting the wish? God bless you, Jerry Ryan. Top Gun. Okay, that's the way, Sydney. That's very good. She's good. Dinner for 4 at Rayo's. You can't even get on the block for Rayo's. Let her go and get a table. Thanks, Andrew Quinn. We got a table for 4. This one's got to start at least $4,000. $4,000 for Rayo's. I got 4, need $5,000. I got 4, need 5. I got 4, need 5. Ooh, what a steal this is going to be.
Best meatballs ever
She
you
knows.
will ever have.
She knows. I got 4. Any more than 4? Any more than 4? 4,000 going once. This is a steal, Pat, right?
Guys, you can't get in here.
What we got?
Over there.
We got 5? 45. Can I get 5? 45. I got 5. Can I get 55? Can I get 55? I got 5. Can I get 55? We got to get up to a wish. Come on. What do you got? What do you got? How much? 55. Can I get 6? You're doing a great job. Keep jumping up and down. I got 6. Can I? Can we get to 7? Can
Come
we get
on,
to
this
7,
side of the room's got to
7,500?
come through.
Come on, Benjamin says, get this 75. It's the average cost of a wish you can ring the bell. Can somebody give me 7,500 for Rayos? Can somebody give me 7,500 for Rayos? If Sydney doesn't ring the bell, it's going to be very disappointing. Can somebody give me 7,500? 75? So, ring the bell. You think this is easy, Benjamin? This is hard, isn't it?
You make it look easy.
Okay, next slide. We're almost done. Dakota is 5 years old. Her favorite movie is The Little Mermaid, like you couldn't guess. Her favorite TV show is Rapunzel and Ariel. She went to Boca Raton, and when she came out, there were a bunch of mermaids in the shallow water waiting for her to teach her how to swim with a tail. I mean, how cool is that? Okay? They had a mermaid party, and then afterwards they gave her a shell to take back as a souvenir so she can sit on the rocks and sing into the shell. Now, I was going to put this up to bid, but David Simpkins, where are you, David?
All right.
You want to do the mermaid? Mermaid is granted. Thank you. All right, we're coming to really the last wish, but before I do that, so I got 170 wishes, so don't worry, I'm not doing 170 wishes. But so we can get to the music of Frank and Friends, I have 2 other wishes in my hip pocket, one for about 7,500 and a Hawaii wish for 10,000. Some people do not like raising their hands. We want to accommodate those people that want to give me money and they don't want to raise their hands. So if you want to see me afterwards, I've got this wish stories, and we can talk over a cold beer and dancing with Frank and Friends. And on top of that, I believe in this room there are some people who've been very blessed in their lives and are well off. With 170 wishes, I would love to talk to anybody who would like to make a significant gift to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. For people like Kira and Benjamin and Sydney, come to the Wish House, give me a call, get me tonight, talk to me. We could use it, 170 wishes. So what we do on this last wish, and those of you watching on Livestream, you can access and make a contribution to this group wish. So what we do with the group wish is we tell you the story, which I'm going to tell you in a second. You can contribute by phone. Some people can't afford $7,500 or $5,000. But if we've touched you in some way and you want to be a part of it, here's your opportunity. And if you've registered by phone, you can bid by phone. We have volunteers around here. If you want to write out a credit card thing, we'll do that. If you want to give us cash, it's okay. Pat says I'm the bag man. I'll be doing a good job. I'll get it back to the Wish House, okay? I had to explain to the staff, Pat, what a bag man was. I mean, talk about a generation gap. I mean, really. So let me tell you about this wish, and I hope I can get through it. Derek is 3. He's got a neuromuscular disorder. He's really compromised, folks. He has to spend most of his time laying flat. And he can't communicate, but the family knew whenever he saw Disney, his face would light up. It was something special, so they wanted to go to Disney. We had a 24-hour nursing service, had to take a van to drive to Disney. But to give kids the world, for the first time, on a ventilator, he's going swimming with his dad. He rode a horse, and he got to sit upright for a while and do the Minion ride. Now, if that doesn't get you, if you don't want to be a part of granting this kid's wish, just look at that face. They said he was so excited he slept, I think, 18 hours on the ride home. He was exhausted. But that disease robbed him of so much. But that wish freed him to experiencing things he's never experienced before. So we're going to take 2 minutes. Look in your heart, your soul, and as Pat says, your wallet. Make a contribution to Derek's wish. I think we'll blow it out of the water, but we have other kids like Derek, so we're going to take just 2 minutes, and then we'll come back and say thank you, and then we're going to rock the house. 2 minutes. Make your contributions. Raise your hand if you need a volunteer to come by to help. Take credit card, cash, just raise your hand. Okay, we're good.
My mic wasn't on for most of it, and then they just turned it on at the end. So for Jim, it was out of wrestling.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Great job, Sydney. We rang a lot of bells tonight. Thank you. So I'm going to give, while you're making your donations right now, I'm giving fair warning to Frank and friends. It's time to kind of mosey on up to the stage. And I'm going to tell you, folks, you are in for one heck of a show. So while they're doing that, I got to say my thank yous. So thank yous to Linda and Tommy and Kay Austin, Darlene and Mike. The two guys that I could not do this without are Corporate AV and Joe Gilderson and Nick Chang with Frank Wildhorn's people. This does not happen without them. To Sleepy Hollow Country Club, our board of directors, our volunteers, 40 of them working tonight, especially Karen Stralick, who absolutely controls the silent auction. And to our staff, Tom Papini, Denise, Linny, Jillian, Nancy, Claire, Sharon, Sydney, Abe, and Sarah. Sarah is 2 months on the job, and she had to put this whole thing together. So I'd like a round of applause for Sarah. And here comes Abe. What we got, Abe? I'm sorry? Oh, if you want to go. Oh, yeah, aviator position for Livestream. Yeah, Abe Almanza, who directed it, go Livestream. Those guys did a great job, Abe. Let them know how much we appreciate it. So with that, the band is coming. We have flowers for... Where's Karen? She's out doing the silent auction. So let's make sure we get that. So I'm just about done. I just want to say thank you before I introduce the band. You've been a great audience. I hope you had fun. Wishes and music, John. Don't get any better than that. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, find a volunteer, make a contribution, get a drink, settle in. You're about to have the house rock. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good night. Enjoy the concert.
Just by coincidence this week, a guy who is the #1 kind of theater pop star in Germany is visiting New York. And he's Jekyll and Hyde in Germany, and he's Dracula, and he's Monte Cristo. And when I found out he was here this week, I said, well, come on and let me put you to work. So here's a song from Jekyll and Hyde that some of you might know.
Is the moment, this is the day when I sent all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now. Today, this is the moment, this is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. This is the day. See it spark.
Wonderful, Thomas. Thomas Bokert. Constantine and I just got back from Japan a couple of weeks ago. We were doing Frank and Friends in Tokyo, and they made me learn this song, which I didn't write. And so I said to Constantine, well, I guess I'm going to have to keep playing it. I think you know it. It's from a famous movie that came out this last year, and Constantine made famous when he was on American Idol.
It's starting to catch on, this song. It's starting to catch on. We're going to need your help with us a little. Oh, Frank Wildhorn on the piano. One more time. Thank you all for all your beautiful contributions tonight. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, and now I've gone and thrown it all away. Oh, Mama, ooh, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on as if nothing really matters. How we feeling here tonight? Sleepy Hollow? All right. You're gonna sing with me now. Come on. Too late. It's too late. My time has come. Sends shivers down my spine. My body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Ooh, I got to leave you all behind and face the truth. Let me hear you sing it with me now. Well, now I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd
Ladies and gentlemen, Takako Okawa Wildhorn.
Love is king, love is king, love is king. Love is king, love is king, love is king. Sometimes a glance can take your breath away. Sometimes one kiss is where your life can start. Falling in your arms, I'm telling you, will never be. Like gravity, you pull me to your heart. Oh, something down the mountain, love is deeper than an ocean. Love is sacred as devotion. Love is king, music of the angels. Love is dancing with desire. Love is life's eternal fire. Love is king, love is king. I never knew that I could feel like this. Lost in my eyes, I feel my heart so free. And the sweetest sound I ever heard is when I hear you say, baby, stay forever here with me. Oh, solid down a mountain, love is deeper than an ocean. Love is sacred as devotion. Love is king, music of the angels. Love is dancing with desire. Love is life's eternal fire. Love is king, love is king. Love is a state of grace. Love knows no time or space. Lost in your sweet embrace, hold me forever and ever and ever. Something down the mountain, love is deeper than an ocean. Love is sacred as devotion. Love is king, music of the angels. Love is dancing with desire. Love is life's eternal fire. Love is king, love is king. Time and circumstance bring me face to face with possibilities. Taking one more chance, caught up in the chase of who I used to be. Here in the rushing hush of evening, I see reckoning ways to rephrase thou shalt not. Does your heart quicken to thicken the plot? Or are you as real as this passion I feel? Flesh and blood, heart and soul, bittersweet in the heat of the night. Who cares if tomorrow the melody ends, as long as there's music tonight?
Who cares what illusions the heart recommends, as long as you need me
And hold me and lead me
to places my heart needs to go.
Am I suspending the truth? Reckoning ways to rephrase thou shalt not.
Does your heart quicken to thicken the plot? Or are you as real as this passion I feel? Flesh and blood, heart and soul, bittersweet in the heat of the night.
We hope you've enjoyed all the fantastic performances and speeches here tonight at the 2019 Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley Ball. But most importantly, hopefully you've been inspired by the stories you have heard tonight. I know personally Make-A-Wish is a charity that is near and dear to my heart. Every time I talk to Wish alum that are telling me their stories of their personal battles and how much their Wish grants gave them joy and happiness and positivity for not only them but their families and friends as well, it inspires me to do better in the world and to give back to this wonderful charity. If you are so inspired as well, there are a couple of ways that you can donate now or throughout the year. You can text WISHBALL19, that's all one word, WISHBALL19, to 243-725. That will register your phone and you will get more information. Or you can visit makeawishhv.org, and there you can find the general donation link. For all of us here at Make-A-Wish Hudson Valley, all of our crew, all of our volunteers, all of our executives, top to bottom, and all of you watching, my name is Ardo Ocal, and we will see you next year.